Ghosts? Demons? They're just stories to scare children, nothing more than figments of overactive imaginations.
Ali scoffed at the stories. He laughed in their faces. Or so he thought. He had always been the skeptic, the one who dismissed the supernatural as mere folklore.
Ali, since you think it's all nonsense, why don't you prove it? Spend a night in the mansion and show us there's nothing to fear.
Ali's friends knew of his skepticism. They decided to test it. There was a dare whispered in the village, a challenge that had been passed down through generations, a challenge for the brave or foolish. Spend a night in the abandoned mansion on the hill. No one dared to go. No one who returned, at least. The mansion loomed over the village, a constant reminder of its dark past. The mansion had a dark history, whispers of a family cursed, tales of rituals gone wrong, stories of spirits that never found peace. But Ali remained unconvinced. He saw fear as a weakness. He wouldn't be controlled by it. To him, it was all just superstition.
I'll do it. I'll spend the night in the mansion and prove everyone wrong. I'll show you all that there's nothing to be afraid of.
Or so he thought. The night would reveal more than he ever imagined. The shadows held secrets, and the mansion had a story to tell. The sun dipped below the horizon. Shadows stretched long and menacing.
It's just an old house. Nothing to be afraid of.
Ali approached the mansion with feigned confidence. He carried only a torch to pierce the darkness. The iron gates groaned open. They hadn't been touched in years. The path was overgrown. Nature was reclaiming its own. As Ali walked, the air grew colder. He felt a weight on his chest. He pushed those feelings down. Fear was a liar. He wouldn't give in. The mansion loomed large. It was a decaying beast. Its windows were vacant eyes.
Here goes nothing.
Ali took a deep breath. Then he stepped inside. A musty smell hit him, almost like a physical force. It was the kind of smell that clung to the back of your throat, making it hard to breathe. The air was thick with dust, particles floating lazily in the dim light. Cobwebs clung to everything, draping the room in a ghostly shroud. The torchlight flickered across the room, casting eerie shadows that danced on the walls. It illuminated decay and ruin, revealing the once grand furniture now reduced to rotting wood and tattered fabric. A grand staircase stood before him, its presence a stark reminder of the mansion's former glory. Its once elegant railing was now broken and splintered, a testament to years of neglect and decay. Above him hung a massive chandelier, its grandeur diminished by the layers of dust and missing crystals. It was missing most of its crystals, leaving it looking like a skeletal hand reaching down from the ceiling. It looked like a skeletal hand reaching down as if trying to grasp something just out of reach.
This place is a wreck. It's like stepping into a forgotten world.
Ali walked further into the mansion, each step taking him deeper into the unknown. His footsteps echoed in the silence, the sound bouncing off the walls and amplifying the emptiness. It was the only sound he made. He passed by portraits, their eyes seeming to follow his every move. Their eyes seemed to follow him, watching his every step with an unsettling intensity. He felt a presence close behind him, a cold shiver running down his spine. But when he turned, there was nothing there, just the empty, dark corridor stretching out behind him. He continued deeper into the mansion, the sense of unease growing with each step. Each step filled him with a growing unease. He was being watched. He could feel it, a constant prickling at the back of his neck. He found himself in a room. It was bathed in a faint red glow. The air was thick with an unsettling energy, making it hard to breathe. Shadows danced on the walls, creating an eerie atmosphere that sent chills down his spine. In the center, a circle was drawn on the floor. Strange symbols were etched around it. These symbols seemed ancient, almost as if they were from a forgotten language, one that held dark secrets and forbidden knowledge. They seemed to writhe in the dim light, as if alive. Inside the circle lay a deck of cards. The cards seemed to pulse with a life of their own, drawing him in with an irresistible force. They were old and worn. Their edges were singed black, as if they had been through countless fires. Each card seemed to whisper tales of despair and doom.
What is this? His voice trembled, barely a whisper, as fear gripped his heart.
Ali's hand reached out almost involuntarily. He picked up the deck. It was heavier than it looked, as if it carried the weight of countless souls. Suddenly the red light intensified, casting long, menacing shadows. A deep, guttural laugh echoed through the room, sending shivers down his spine. Smoke began to billow up from the circle, thick and suffocating, filling the room with an acrid smell. A dark figure began to form within the smoke. The shadow solidified.
Not meant for you. The voice was cold and unforgiving, echoing with ancient power.
Ali tried to speak, but no sound came out. He tried to move, but his feet were rooted to the spot, as if held by invisible chains.
You are now part of the game. The words were a sentence, a fate sealed by his own actions.
Ali could only watch in terror. The shadow's grin widened, revealing sharp, gleaming teeth. His heart pounded in his chest, each beat a drum of impending doom.
And you will be its slave. The final words hung in the air, a chilling promise of eternal torment.